Hello, hello. Happy Wednesday. Meteorologist Sydney Goldberg here from the First Alert Desk. And it was another chilly start this morning. We actually got down to the upper 30s here in Baton Rouge at 37 at the Baton Rouge Metro Airport, 35 down in Gonzales, 34 Hammond, Macomb, Bogalusa, even reaching a light freeze at 32 over in Slidell just to the east of us. So yeah, it was another chilly morning, so you'll need the jacket still, I think, even though we're later into the morning hours. But by the afternoon, you're probably going to want to shed that because we will get on the more milder side later this afternoon. Lots of sunshine out there right now. This is a live look outside on our Sky 9 camera over in Point Capee Parish overlooking False River. Really pretty shot out there. Not seeing any clouds, so we'll definitely get more sunshine through the afternoon. And it has warmed us up pretty nicely. Right now, we're in the mid 60s here in Baton Rouge, 67 in Gonzales, 68 down in Patterson, 62 up Macomb. So it actually feels quite cool, but nice, right, with the sunshine. Not the case, though, up towards the north. We're dry and also cool, but for our friends over into the northeast, even parts of the Midwest, we're really getting in that colder air. So look at Bismarck. It is 11 degrees up in Bismarck, 32 in Omaha, 30 in Chicago, even seeing some wintry precip up to the north and east, but we're not getting in on that. Most of the colder air is actually going to stay up towards the northeast. For us, though, we're going to get a little bit of a temperature fluctuation in the coming days. Yesterday was on the cooler side. Today, a bit more mild. That's because temperatures look to climb to the upper 60s, possibly low 70s in some spots through the afternoon. A little bit of clouds throughout the day, but good bit of sunshine. Once we get into the evening, cooling very nicely, low 60s around dinner time, and then dropping into the low 50s at 9 and eventually back into the 40s overnight. And we're staying dry, so don't have to worry about any rain chances. But the big change for the upcoming week is really just the up and down temperatures. So today, with a high of 69, low 70s, that's actually running a few degrees above normal for this time of year. But then tomorrow, a drop, right? A few degrees below normal. Friday and Saturday into the low to mid 70s. That's running a good bit above normal, close to 10 degrees. 8 on Friday, 9 on Saturday, and then we fall back down to the 60s, mid 60s, low 60s by Monday to start off the work week. So the reason for the up and down temperatures is because there's two cold fronts that are headed our way. One of them is actually expected to move through later today, but because of the dry air that we have in place, it's not really going to spark up any rain chances or really much cloud cover. So that front slides through this afternoon into the evening, so we'll just get another reinforcing shot of dry air. Once we get to Thursday, though, we'll start to get that return flow. So winds coming out of the south, that's going to help pump in a little bit of moisture, and that's all we really need to possibly get a spotty shower later in the week, Friday night into Saturday. So here's Saturday at 2 a.m. overnight, good bit of cloud cover returning with that moisture. You see the flickers of green, a very light chance of seeing a spotty shower overnight. Here's Saturday afternoon, 3 p.m. Again, very limited rain chances, and the models don't do a good job of pinpointing where that happens. So it's just possible that you could find yourself under a light shower through the afternoon on Saturday and into the evening as well. By Sunday, we have a little bit better of a rain chance. I mean, by little, it's still very slim, 20%. But you'll notice there's a bit more clusters of rainfall popping up on the models out towards the west, and that's because there's an area of low pressure out towards the west near Texas that could help kind of produce some of those rain chances as we get into the weekend, the later part of the weekend, and into parts of early next week. So you can really see the change in the muggy meter. With the frontal boundaries that move through, that cold front is really just going to drop those dew points. So drier air in place. So because we get another drop in the drier air, it's going to take a lot for that moisture to rebound. So even though we're getting the southerly winds, right, we're going to see the humidity climb, but it's not enough to really produce a good rain chance. So that's why rain chances are very slim. Then once we get that second front through, another drop by Sunday. So here's what I'm talking about, minimal rain chances. 0 all the way to end out the work week. 10 on Saturday, and I was saying there's just a little bit better of a chance on Sunday. It's 20%. Still very slim, still very isolated chance of a shower. We return back to dry conditions after that front moves through on Monday, and then we could see showers popping up once again on Tuesday. So for the weekend, we may have outdoor plans. Don't have to worry about having a plan B or changing anything. It's just going to be a very brief light shower if you find yourself underneath that. So for Breck-sledded snow, this is on Saturday at Perkins Road Community Park. That's from 2 to 6 p.m. So I think temperatures will be pretty mild into the low to mid 70s for the afternoon high, and then falling down into the 60s by the evening times. And I think it'll be mostly dry, but I do have that 10% just in case. Perkins Road Community Park is the spot that happens to see a brief light shower. So in terms of rain potential through the next week, not expecting a whole lot. I mean, a quarter of an inch or less for most of the area, but for our Mississippi counties, could possibly get a quarter of an inch to at most a half an inch. But really, this is going to be pretty minimal rain chances expected through the next week. So really the big, I would say, not even impact, but the thing you'll notice this week with the weather is the up and down fluctuations. So we're a little bit warmer this afternoon, right? Climbing to the upper 60s to low 70s. And then we fall back into the low 60s tomorrow afternoon. So it'll be much cooler. You'll feel the difference of the afternoon on Thursday with that cold front sliding through. 2 more chilly mornings in the 40s before we start to see those mornings rebounding back into the 50s, 70s by Friday into Saturday. So you'll notice the difference there, especially through the afternoon. Very slim rain chance through the weekend, 10% on Saturday. I elevated that just a touch on Sunday at 20%, but very spotty in nature. So don't need to change your plans. No washout each day, just very slim rain chance with that return of moisture. Another drop to start next week, back into the 60s, possibly another really chilly morning to start Monday as well with that second cold front that moves through with morning temperatures into the upper 30s. So Jeff Morrow will have more details on what to expect as we head into the afternoon and evening, and then the latest model runs of what to expect with the minimal rain chances this upcoming weekend, all for you in just less than an hour right here on WAFB at the Noon Show.
Southern Air of Baton Rouge says no, 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 no interest, no money down, no payments for 12 months on HVAC, plumbing, and electrical services. Scan the QR code on your screen to learn more.
I'm Lawyer Locke Meredith. If you're battling an insurance company because of a wreck not your fault and they're not calling you back or being fair, whether you hire us at all, give us a call, 272-5555, or email Locke Meredith, Sean Fagan and Associates. You have nothing to lose.